Hi, I'm Nick Bond.
And I'm Robbie Paul.
We'd like to introduce to you a new concept, which is a player profile video, replacing the traditional player profiles from the footy records. I'll hand you over now to Robbie with today's interview.
Welcome Jordan Lovell to Huonville Lions Football Club player profile.
Thank you, Robbie. Thanks for having me.
You're a leader at the club this year. What does that mean to you?
It's something I'm really proud of. I've been really happy to be a part of the club, and I remember when I was coming through in the first couple of years I had there, some of the great leaders we had in your Matt Quarriers and Nick Doyles, and always really looked up to the example they provided. And I think we've got a really strong leadership group at the club at the moment. It's really nice to be a part of that. So
good stuff. Your first quarter on Saturday, I personally thought it was outstanding that you really showed the younger fellas the way and showed them that we could win. Were you happy with your game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think having been out, I've been out since round one, so I was just pretty excited to get back in there amongst the group, and I really wanted to come out and have a good influence there. So glad that you thought so, Rob. Thanks.
Yeah, no problems. The ribs were giving you trouble. Are they fine now?
Yeah, look, I think I'm pretty happy with where they're at. Signal Blokes very kindly didn't bother to test them at all. So it was nice to come through unscathed, and I reckon we'll be fine there now. So happy days.
So Kingborough the last couple of years, how was that experience?
Yeah, it was good. I think it was good to play with Kieran, my younger brother, which was the reason I went around there. Didn't actually have any plans of playing TSL footy. I'd only really gone around there to have that year with him, and enjoyed it around there. It was a good bunch of blokes. I thought I'd have a crack at the higher level, which was interesting exposure. I wouldn't say it was a particularly enjoyable year last year, but it's nice to have a run around against some of those players and see where you stack up.
Would have been a really good experience, I would think. You're known to me for your sartorial splendour, and for Moose Kelly and Whitey Jackman, that means that he dresses well. Do you like to be fashionable?
I try every now and again. I've dropped the ball a bit of late, I reckon. I need to pick it back up. But.
Oh, right. Who at the club do you look at and think they must get dressed in the dark because they dress so bad?
This bloke probably comes a bit of flack because I live with him, but some of the stuff Woggy rolls out in, it's Tom Wilcox. Some of the stuff he rolls around in at home is interesting. In terms of outside of the house, there's a few candidates here. I've got to be careful.
You don't have to be careful.
Might be too careful. I don't know if I'm worried about him dressing in the dark, but I'm worried about how much he's wearing the same kit, and that's last week's candidate, Mick. He needs to change it up a bit. He's worn the same jeans out to town the last 3 weeks in a row. So, Mick, when you see this, get a bit of variety involved.
Well said. Your nickname, what and why? Have you got one?
It's Rev. There's not a very good story behind it. It's just stuck with me since I was about 14. So, yeah, I think it's just there by habit now.
Oh, right. I first remember you as a champion athlete at Little Aths. Do you still hold any records? Is there anything that says that Jordan Lovell was there?
Don't know. I'd have to have a look back through, but I reckon I'd be a bit depressed because I wouldn't beat too many of them now. So
you had an arch rival at that time in a guy called Maverick Weller.
Yeah.
Do you follow his AFL career, and do you think, because I do, think that you could have been there?
I follow him, actually get along with him quite well these days. We were pretty good rivals there for a while, but I've caught up with him a bit since, and he's a good fella. I'm happy to see that he's doing well. I don't ever wonder about whether I could have been there. I pretty well know the answer to that, but it's good to see that he got another chance with the Saints and he's having a run there. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Number 11 on your back this year. Why number 11?
Because that's what Matt Duggan gave me.
Very good. Tigers in the AFL, it's a bit of a Lovell tradition. Ricky, Perry, Brooke, now you.
Yeah.
Do Richmond drive you insane?
Absolutely.
Because they do me.
Absolutely. It's not a tradition I'm proud of. Probably one I won't carry on based on the pain I've endured.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Now, there must be a lady in your life besides Kelly. Who is she?
No, there's not. Absolutely not. So,
But there's any nice young ladies out there. Okay, you can go on an all-expenses paid cruise through the Caribbean with any woman in the world. Any woman in the world. Who would you take and why?
it's a bit of an easy one, actually. Pia Miller.
Is that a bloke or a girl?
No, she's on home and away at the moment.
That's why I don't know her.
No, I don't know her from that. She's Brad Miller, used to play for the Tigers' wife. Have a look at her Instagram account. She's nice.
Mick Paul nominated Luke Corson as the dumbest player in the club. Is there anyone that you believe is dumber?
I think there's quite a few people dumber. Course has been shafted there. That's an easy answer. Deanie. Sorry, Deanie. Will Dean.
Number 30.
Yeah.
Billy Lamprell's a champion player. How do you think he's coaching?
Yeah, I think he's fantastic. It's been a really good pick up for the club. I think I've played a bit of footy with Bill around at Kingston. I think he's early in his coaching career, but I think he's doing a really good job. I think he's going to be fantastic going forward. So exciting few years under Bill.
Good answer. East Coast have lost just one game, but apparently they've got quite a few players injured, like we have had early in the season.
Yep.
Can we match teams like that?
Oh, absolutely. I think everyone would agree we've probably underperformed to date, so I think we'll start to see off the back of Saturday's effort, start to see us play where we should be. And that'll hopefully bring us a win on Saturday.
Excellent, mate. Good catching up with you.
Thanks, Robbie. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Thanks, Jordy.